Welcome to another episode of Live Life Now 365. I'm your host, Greg Brooks Digital, and today I want to talk to you about how not to allow your yesterday to determine your today. You see, oftentimes we live in the past just simply because of the regret or sometimes the inability to overcome the way in which something may have made us feel. That often gives us the notion to want to have self-doubt. Then that brings in a lot of fear. But today I want to help you begin to deal with that by recognizing that at the end of the day, what you have currently is what you have tomorrow. And see, if you can begin to look at your tomorrow, you can begin to place yourself in a different position than that of what you see today. It is necessary that the only way you do so is by getting rid of your yesterday. You see, your yesterday is gone. It's not something that will reappear again and again. Now, we do suffer the consequences of what we did yesterday, today, and sometimes tomorrow. But it says that the things that have happened are already in the past. And so the one thing that you must begin to do that is going to allow you to be able to move forward toward all of those funky days that you think that you may have had. All of those days in which you may have thought in which you may not make it. All of that which have brought you to the point where maybe you're a little bit more fearful than you would have been when it comes to starting your own business or maybe doing something out there in this crazy world on your own. But I want you to understand one thing. If you can begin to accept the moment that you're in right now and to begin to use this moment that you have right now to begin to create your tomorrow and not allow whatever it is that has gotten you to this moment, whether it be good or bad, to determine what it is that you're going to look forward to, you're going to be able to have a level of faith that is far greater than that of anything someone can give you. You see, you're going to begin to be able to look within inside of yourself. And by looking inside of yourself, you're going to be able to recognize some of the DNA that you have that you can begin to utilize and to begin to take hold of so that you can create that which you've already been created to do. That's right. As a human being, as an individual created by God, the Creator, it says that you have something that is inside of you far greater than any other species to walk the planet, and that's a spirit. And within that spirit, you have the opportunity to begin to utilize your free will. But I want to ask you a question. How many people do you believe out of all the individuals in the world are actually using their true potential? Better yet, let me ask you a better question. How many people do you think in this world are actually living their life? You see, the reason why I say that is because oftentimes we can find ourselves living someone else's dream. We can find ourselves living someone else's life. And the way that that happens is that we haven't identified that which is inside of us that is going to allow for us to be able to get past yesterday and to begin to look at today, where you're at right now, based on the capability that you have right now, listening to the sound of my voice, realizing what it's going to take for you to grow. And as you begin to do that, you'll begin to also understand that within that development process, you're building on top of things that are going to allow for you to stand on something. You see, it's oftentimes been said that an individual that is willing to stand for nothing will fall for anything. And I'm here to tell you that if you're going to stand on something, stand on what's inside of you. Don't stand on what someone has told you. Don't stand on what you've been through only. Don't stand on what you went through yesterday. I want you to begin to plant right now your foundation exactly where you are. You see, a lot of the reasons why we are where we are is based on the thoughts that we've been thinking about most of the time. And so it's necessary that you begin to create a firm foundation by beginning those thought processes that require you to deal with the things that are happening today, that you may begin to create the opportunity for tomorrow. You see, as you build up on these habits and they become something that is natural, it also begins to create something that is inevitable. And that's the reality that we are creatures of habit. And as you begin to build on those good habits, as you begin to build on those character traits that you want to work on, you're going to begin to see them take away a lot of the things that was holding you back. You see, a lot of the things that hold us back is our mindset. Our mindset contributes to over 65% of the way in which we think. The rest of that is going to be that which has been programmed into our subconscious. So it becomes necessary that we understand that we must begin right now to take control over our mindset by beginning to implement habitually those things that we want into our life, whether it be us speaking it, whether it be us seeing it, or whether it be us doing whatever is necessary in order to believe it. It is going to be the way in which you get rid of your yesterday. You begin to create your today, and you begin to realize the potential that lies into tomorrow. I'm your host, Greg Brooks, digital, right here at Live Life Now 365, and I'll see you again on our next episode.